Mr. Cogburn, in your 4 years as U.S. Marshal, how many men have you shot?
Never shot nobody I didn't have to.
Well, that was not the question. How many?
Shot or killed?
Let us restrict it to killed so that we may have a manageable figure.
About 12, 15, stopping men in flight, defending myself, etc.
Around 12, he says, or 15. So many you cannot keep a precise count. I have examined the records and can supply the accurate figure.
Oh, I believe them two Wharton boys makes it 23.
And how many members of this one family, the Wharton family, have you killed?
Me did, or?
Did you also shoot Dub Wharton, brother, and Cleet Wharton, half-brother?
Oh, Cleet was selling ardent spirits to the Cherokee. Come at me with a king bolt.
A king bolt? You were armed, and he advanced upon you with nothing more than a king bolt from a wagon turn?
I've seen men bat a torp with nothing bigger than a king bolt. I defended myself.
Returning to the other encounter with Aaron Wharton and his two remaining sons, you sprang from cover with your revolver in hand.
I did.
Loaded and cocked.
Oh, if it ain't loaded and cocked, it don't shoot.
And like his son, Aaron Wharton advanced against an armed man.
Well, he was armed. He had an axe raised.
I believe you testified you backed away from Aaron Wharton.
That's right.
Which direction were you going?
I always go backwards when I'm backing up.
Very amusing. Now, he advanced upon you much in the manner of Cleet Wharton, menacing you with that little old king bolt or rolled up newspaper or whatever it was.
Yes, sir. He commenced to cussing and laying about with threats.
And you were backing away. How many steps before the shooting started?
Oh, 7, 8 steps.
So, Aaron Wharton, keeping pace, advancing away from his campfire. 7, 8 steps. What would that be? 15, 20 feet?
I suppose.
Will you explain to this jury, Mr. Cogburn, why Mr. Wharton was found immediately by his wash pot, one arm in the fire, his sleeve and hand smoldering? Did you move the body after you shot him?
Why would I do that?
You did not drag the body over to the fire, fling his arm in.
No, sir.
2 witnesses who arrived on the scene will testify to the location of the body. You do not remember moving the body. So it was a cold-blooded bushwhack while poor Mr. Wharton was tending to his campfire.
Objection! If that's where the body was, I might have moved him. I do not remember.
Why would you move the body, Mr. Cogburn?
Them hogs rooting around, they might have moved him. I do not remember. Pencil neck, son of a bitch.
Mr. Cogburn?
What is it?
I'd like to talk to you a minute.
What is it?
They tell me you're a man with true grit.
What do you want, girl? Speak up at supper time.
Let me do that. Your makings are too dry. I'm looking for the man who shot and killed my father, Frank Ross, in front of the Monarch boarding house. The man's name is Tom Cheney. They say he's over in Indian Territory, and I need somebody to go after him.
What's your name, girl?
My name is Mattie Ross. We're located in Yale County. My mother's at home looking after my sister Victoria and my brother Little Frank.
I'd best go home to them. They will need help with the journey.
There is a fugitive warrant out for Cheney. Government will pay you $2 for bringing him in, plus 10 cents a mile for each of you. On top of that, I will pay you a $50 reward.
What are you? What you got there in your poke? My God, a holster of gun. You're no bigger than a corn nubbin. What are you doing with a pistol like that?
Well, I intend to kill Tom Cheney with it.
Kill Tom Cheney.
Well, if the law fails to do so.
That piece will do the job for you if you find a high stump to rest it on and a wall to put behind you.
Nobody here knew my father, and I'm afraid nothing is going to be done about Cheney except I do it. My brother is a child, and my mother is indecisive and hobbled by grief.
I don't believe you have $50.
I have a contract with Colonel Stonehill, which he will make payment on tomorrow or the next day, once a lawyer countersigns.
Don't believe in fairy tales or sermons or stories about money, baby sister, but thanks for the cigarette.